And then taking the topic about the software design. Software design is something that is used for designing the software. How we want to design the software, like this we can design it. So for the purpose the software design is used. In the software design we have the four types, that is data or class design, architectural design, interface design, and component design. In the analysis model we have four elements, that is a scenario based element, class based elements, and behavioral element, and flow oriented analysis. In translating analysis, here how we are going to design it means how we are translating what are the things we have to analyze, that is how we are translating it. Now previous itself we have said as a scenario based element, class based element, behavioral element, and here behavioral element and the scenario based elements is related to the interface design. Then flow oriented element also linked to the interface design. Interface means it is the intercommunication between the system and the users. Okay, these are all linked to the interface. Then here component level design also. Then architectural design means class based elements and flow oriented elements. These elements are linked to the architecture because here we can design it into the overall. That they are using the class diagram, analysis practice, CRC models, and collaboration diagrams. Then in flow oriented elements, data flow diagram, control flow diagram, and processing narrative. So last one is the data class design, data or class design. In data or class design, the class based elements only connected to that. These are the translating analysis from these diagrams. Then data or class design means it is for creating and transferring the data, class based elements into classes and the data structure required to implement the software. Then architecture design means it is used for the combining all the data, so while giving the input and how the process is done with the design. That and all we can explain the design the major structural elements of the software, and it is designed by the class based elements and flow oriented elements. Then interface design. Interface design means already interface means it has it is intercommunication between the user and the system. That means software elements, hardware elements, and end user communicate with one another. If we communicate with one another, and analysis model based on scenario based elements, flow oriented elements, and behavioral elements. Then after that, first and before we say that how we are going to analyze it, in that four elements how we are translating, likewise we have said. Now why the design process is more important. That means why it is important means it provides us with a representation of software and then easily accessed for quality purpose, and only way that can accurately translate the customer requirement into a finished. While designing the software, we can translate easily, accurately to the customer's requirement, and it serves as a foundations for all software engineering activities. Without design, it is difficult to analyze it and test it quality. In that basis, it is very difficult. So, design process is so important. Then design process. Next, how the design is going to be in the process. After designing that any document, in that time how the process is doing. Software design is an iterative process that which requirements are translated into the blueprint for constructing the software. That means already we have analyzed, we have to design this software likewise. In that time, same model itself we are going to develop the software and design it. As design iteration occurs, subsequent refinement leads to design the representations at a lower level of abstractions. Next, what design process. In the design process, what are the characteristics of good designs? The good design should implement all the requirements specified by the customers, and design must implement all the explicit requirements for containing the analysis model. It must accommodate all the implicit requirements. Good design should be implement all the requirements specified by the customers. Then design must implement all the explicit requirements for containing the analysis models. Then design should be simple enough so that the software can be understood easily for the developers, testers, and customers. Then design should completely fulfill that pictures. Likewise, addressing the data, functional, and behavioral domains for what purpose? For implementing the descriptive data. Then, what are the quality guidelines? First, design should be created by using the architecture style and patterns. That means here we have to represent what are the inputs we have given, how the process is going on there. Like this, first you have to create the using architecture style and patterns. Then next step is to then implement of design should be evaluation. So the testing can be performed at each phase of implementations. Next, third is in the design, the data, architecture, and interface components should be clearly represented because we have to give the data properly, then architecture, then what are the communication is going to processing that, then what are the components we have to use, the data should be clearly represented. Then next, design should be modular. Next point is the data structure should be appropriately chosen for the design. For what purpose we have to choose the data structure appropriately means for the specific problem we have to calculate the data. So for the purpose only we have to choose the appropriate design. Then components should be used in the design based on the functional independency can be achieved. The interfaces in the design should be complexity. The complexity should be interfaces between the connected components of the system. Next, FURPS model. This model is used for the design process. This is also one of the attributes, that is functionality, usability, reliability, performance, supportability. That means F means functionality. Functionality means it can be checked by accessing a set of features and capabilities. Usability means it is accessed by knowing the usefulness of the system. Reliability means it measures the frequency and severity of the failures. Performance means it responds to the systems. Supportability means it adopts the enhancement changes made in the software. Then design concept. In design concept, one explanation is given here for the software. The software design concept provides a framework for implementing the rights of which software we are going to design in that right software. In that time, the concept of software design is implemented in this framework. Next, in design concept abstraction, what we are giving the abstraction means highest level of abstractions, then lower level of in the higher level abstraction the solution is stated in word term. In lower level more detailed descriptions of the solution is provided. Then procedural abstraction means sequence of instructions in the specific functions. Then functionality of procedure is mentioned. For example, searching the record. We have while we are going to search the record means in that some procedure is there. We have saved that. So in that time we have to design that software one by one, step by step procedure only we can design it. In that time only we can analyze it. Data abstractions, collection of data that describes a data object. For searching the record, the data record is searched. Modularity means it divides into the separately named addressable components. Sometimes it is called as module. Modularity is the single attribute of software. It allows the program for intellectual management. Then divided onto strategies. Then how the modules are grown, how the cost we are associating for integrating that module also. Then here modularity, here cost of effort, number of modules, region of minimum cost, the total software cost to integrate, cost of modules. Likewise, here we had modular decomposability. A design method provides a systematic mechanism for decomposing the problems. That means decomposing the problems. The modular composability means existing design components can be assembled into a new systems. Then modular understandability means model can be understood as a standalone unit. Modular continuity means changes to individual models. Then modular production means constraints within the models. Then architecture. Architecture means how the software architecture can be designed in the overall. They already previously said for the architecture style itself. In that also we have to represent all the things, what are the things we are going to do, what are the processes going on there. All the things should be represented in the architecture design. Then in architectural model there are the structural model, framework model, dynamic model, and then process model, functional models. Structural model means it represents the architecture as a organized collection of components. Framework model means it shows the architectural framework and corresponding applicability. Dynamic model means it addresses the behavior of the problem. Process model means it focuses on the design of the business or technical process. Then functional model means it used to represent the functional hierarchy of the system. Thank you.